don't know if you saw my Instagram or not, but I had a little car issue yesterday.
Yes, so crazy.
This is such a crazy story. But remember how yesterday on the show I was making fun of the phrase, everything happens for a reason?
Yes.
Get this. So I'm going to bring this around to my sports podcast, believe it or not. So I become friends with this guy named Jim. He owns a company called Pro Motorsports, and they do all the aftermarket stuff to professional athletes' cars. But anybody can go there, but he just so happens to handle, like, I was there yesterday, and PJ Tucker, I'm not sure who he plays for, but he's a famous basketball player. His car was getting done there. Michael Phelps has his car there. All these baseball players, they all get their cars done at fancy cars, like Lambos, all kinds of stuff, right? They get them all, they tint the windows, they put the wheels in, they do all kinds of stuff. And I became friends with this guy, Jim, and years ago, when I have this old car, a 1975 Oldsmobile, and it's humongous. It's a boat, and it takes up a lot of space. It doesn't fit in my garage. And he was like, just take it to the shop. I'll keep it there for you. So he's had it at the shop for a long time, maybe 5 years, maybe longer. I don't know. And I know that it's in the way. You know what I mean? Like, he's such a nice guy, and it's in the way. I've gone to his place before to get something done, and I see it in the back, and it's huge. So along my travels, I made friends with the guy who owns D Pets Hotel. They do a lot of stuff with Love Pup. They got locations in Hollywood, and it's like a place where you take your dog. It's a foo-foo place. They love your animals. You drop your dogs there. They board them, or they can all play. And
each dog gets their own individial bedroom.
Yes.
With an actual bed, a lot of TVs in the room.
Is this like if you go on vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can also just take them there for the day too. Oh. And they're building one by my house, and they've also they built a suite, and they're making it the Love Pup suite. And so anybody that rents that place out for their dogs, that money goes to Love Pup. So it's really cool. So he's also a car guy. Right, so he heard me one day talking about my Oldsmobile, and he's like, I got a friend that has a garage that collects cars. And I talked to him, and he was like, he would totally let you keep your Oldsmobile in here if you ever want to get it there. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great to get the stress from Jim having it in his garage. So I have these two nice guys that are willing to house my big old car. So I called Jim last week. I tell him, Jim goes, I'll get the car ready for you. Like, Jim wasn't like, no, please keep it here. He was like,
okay.
He's like, all right, no problem. Come on, are you coming today?
So he got it ready on Friday, but I had to go to Vegas for iHeart, so I couldn't pick it up. So I was like, I'll pick it up today. So I go get Tony. I go meet Tony at Tony's place at D Pets Hotel. I get in his truck, and we drive. It's very far to go get my car. So I get in my car, my Oldsmobile, and I go to start it, and it won't start.
Oh, no.
In the park. And I've never had a problem with this car. It won't start. I'm like, well, that's weird, man. And I know nothing about cars. So Tony, who's a car guy, goes, oh, you just need to get a... I'm like, and he goes into the place that comes out with like a can of hairspray. Do you know what it is, Rich?
No, not so far.
To clean it out?
It looks like a can of hairspray, and he unscrews something on the engine and sprays it inside, and then the car starts.
Yeah, it's like full of dust because it's been sitting there, right?
No, it's something else. It was like, I want to say fuel injector or ether.
Carburetor cleaner or something?
Ethernet.
I'm out on all of this car stuff.
Trust me.
You said hairspray, and I would have been like, oh, cool, life hack.
That's why I'm telling you hairspray. It looks like hairspray.
I really don't know.
So the car starts, and I'm like, all right. He goes, okay, follow me, and we're going to go. And now when he tells me where we're going, it's a 35-minute drive where we're going, and I'm in this old car. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So we start taking off, and immediately the car and I got a full tank of gas. I'm like, thanks, Jim, for filling it up. And we start to go, and the car just turns off while I'm on the road, like just all of a sudden, and just coasts. And I see Tony just take off in the distance. Like, I'm afraid to roll down windows and everything. And so the car coasts in neutral off to the side of the road. And then finally Tony catches on that I'm not behind him. He turns around, he comes back, goes, what's up? I go, I don't know, man. All these lights are on. I don't know. So I put it on Instagram, and then he's like, put it neutral and start it. And it won't start. And then finally I park it and it starts again. I start driving and it stalls again, right? And then he goes, what are we going to do? I said, I don't know, dude. And he goes, here's what we'll do. It looks like it stalls whenever we stop. So we're going to get on the freeway and we're going to go. And I go, freeway? The car's broken down twice and we've only got half a mile.
Doesn't seem safe.
And he's like, do you just trust me? I'm like, trust you? And I go, first of all, the car didn't break down when I was stopped. The car broke down when I was in motion. And he's like, just follow me. So I go to get on the freeway.
Oh, no.
And sure enough, it stopped on the ramp to get on the freeway.
No.
At least it was on the on-ramp, though, because if you were on the freeway and just stopped in the middle, could you imagine? You're like in the middle lane. You're like, wow, car's whizzing by.
My stomach hurts thinking about it. So I pull up on the side of the on-ramp, and there's still cars coming by a lot. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, Tony, see what you did? And Tony's laughing. He's like the nicest guy, most mellow guy in the world. So I called Jim. Jim's like, I don't get it. He's like, that car ran perfect. On Friday, we had it running all day. We drove it 10 miles. It's perfect. I've had it. I mean, he's always, one of the things that Jim had at Pro Motorsports, he always took care of it. It was always great. He goes, I just don't understand. I'll have one of my guys there in 5 minutes. So when he says he'll have one of his guys there in 5 minutes, it was like a 911 call. All these cars. And this beautiful tow truck shows up. It's like the most beautiful tow truck I've ever seen. In fact, so beautiful that your husband texted me about the tow truck, Kyle.
He did?
Yes.
I've never
What
seen
did he
a
say?
nice tow truck.
Do you see? It's on my Instagram stories. He goes, that's elite tow truck. That's the most beautiful tow truck around. It only tows Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Oh, of course, Scott
wow.
knows. He's the
And I go,
car
yeah,
guy.
I met the guy. He's so nice. I've never seen a tow truck this beautiful before. Like, also, your husband and I are having a conversation about a tow truck, right? So anyway, then one of the guys comes and he starts putting gas in the gas tank of my car. And I'm like, it's got a full tank, man. And the guy goes, the monitor's broken. It's empty.
Oh.
I'm like, what are you talking about? It's empty. I go, how's it empty? It's empty.
It's empty. Hey, well, that's an easy problem to fix, right?
I know.
So easy.
He put the gas in. It started up.
Then off you went.
I
On the
drove
highway?
drove it to a gas station and filled it up, and we were done on
So
our way.
lucky. You are so lucky.
my
But I was
goodness.
like, I mean, I thought, wow, if the car broke, the one thing that broke is the gas gauge that tells you it's full. You would think that it would go down. Do you know what I mean? It breaks when it goes
Yeah.
up this way. And I'm like, well, that is so crazy. So I literally ran out of gas.